What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, comedian Reggie Jr. Shout out to everybody that watched my last video. This is HBCU Chronicles, volume number 2. You know what I'm saying? Tales from the AUC Center. Shout out to everybody that tuned in to that one. So I got another story for y'all, man. Now I know like a lot of people was asking me too about my hat in the comments. You know what I'm saying? It's my little lawn care company. Hoeing, blowing, and mowing in Kansas City, man. So get at me in Kansas City. I have a lawn care company. We cut grass. We, clear brush, the whole 10 yards. Also, if you want to just buy a hat, man, crispy, you know what I'm saying? This is my work hat. This is the one I actually work in. But, you want to get a hat, hit me up in my inbox. Let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? Small black businesses, you know what I'm saying? We out here trying to do our thing. All right, so cool. So now this is story number 2 for y'all, okay? This is story number 2. Now, this next story also involves a boarding house, right? So this boarding house that I was living in, I want to say it would have been 2002, 2003, right? I'm still poor, right? Now, at this point, my first semester at Clark Atlanta University, I knocked it out the park, man. I had damn near straight A's. I think I did have straight. I think I had like a 4.0 GPA, right? Because I was able to just come to school and just worry about the school. But when I came back for the fall, man, boy, financial aid was not kind to your boy, man. As a matter of fact, I ended up being at Clark way longer than I wanted to be, or I should have been there, purely off of financial enrollment. And a lot of people, if you went to attended historically black colleges, financial aid process can be a pain in the ass, and especially if your school is a private institution. That was the kicker. Private school money, right? It wasn't a public school, so I didn't get that tuition break. So this was like the bad times for me. Like, this is like some of the most turbulent times in my academic career. Okay, so I'm staying in a boarding house on Parsons Street. Now, for those of you guys that have been to the AUC Center, and Parsons Street, Parsons is split into 2 streets. It's the school side and what I call the dark side, right? The school side is like where the actual campuses are actually located. So as you're coming down the promenade, if you hang a left, and the left, it'll take you down Parsons, and Parsons runs all the way down to Ralph David Abernathy, to Abernathy Street. And then so the Parsons stops here on Abernathy Street, and then it goes over and then it comes on the other side of Abernathy. So when you come down this hill, I'm doing all these, you know what I'm saying? When you come down this hill on the dark side of Parsons, that's where just regular AT aliens live, like straight up. Amen, lady, what your name, meal? You know, talking about, goddamn, it's real out chill, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn, what the fuck going on out here, folk? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? Shout to run them up pockets, Nick, you know what I'm talking about? All that old fuck shit, old fuck nigga, old puss ass nigga. Them type of dudes live on this side of Parsons, right? On this side of Parsons, students. On this side of Parsons, pirates, hoodlums, whatever. Just straight up real raw hood of Atlanta. Like, they so country, the mouth don't even touch, the lips don't touch when they say, this is Atlanta. It's Atlanta, y'all. It's Atlanta. See? Atlanta. Your lips you don't say Atlanta. It's Atlanta. Allana. Atlanta, right? So this is Atlanta side of Parsons, right? So at this time, I was a part-time student because I couldn't get financially enrolled, right? So I was broke, man. I was down to like my last bag of rice, and I was working part-time. It show you how long ago this was. I was working part-time at MCI in their local and long distance service providers. You know what I'm saying? So this is when like people would still call you at home. You know what I'm saying? Call you on landlines. I tell you how long ago this was, right? Okay. So I'm working part-time. I work way up in Norcross, I want to say. I had to catch 2 trains and a bus just to get to work, right? We, like, however far north the train stopped, somebody would pick us up at the train station, like a fellow student or whatever that had a car would pick us up at the train station in Alpharetta or North. I think it was like Alpharetta, like the last stop. I'm going north, right? So I would take the south all the way to the north train, right? So I was working part-time and paying bills, paying rent part-time, right? So, you know, pour, down to my last bag of rice. I'm tired. I come home. I want to fix myself some rice and some cheese, right? Some cheesy rice. I take the rice, you know what I'm saying? Put it in a pot, get it nice and fluffy and white. Put the butter in there. Mix a little bit of shredded cheese in there. Boy, you feel like you done ate a whole banquet meal, boy. So I have it. And this was like the bag, like the little bag of rice is like this wide. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like this. It's like a little, almost, you know what I'm saying, like a little handful of, you know what I'm saying, little tube of rice, right? I think it's like maiden rice. And this was back in the AUC Center when Publix was over there. It's a Walmart now, but it was a Publix at the time, right? So I'm fixing my rice. Actually, no, let me back up. Before I fix my rice, right? So I'm in my room, okay? I'm in this, let me describe this boarding house to y'all. It was an old, like this house had been built in like 1934. You know what I'm saying? They still had them old school radiators in there for heat. You know what I'm saying? Like the iron radiators that you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you can hear the water going through them and like, you know what I'm saying? Like a time bomb when they're warming up. We did not have central heat in this house, basically what I'm telling y'all. So I'm laying in bed, talking to some girl on campus, you know what I'm saying? And I'm laying down, and you know how you laying in your bed, and you can see something moving out of your peripheral? I saw something black move on the floor in my peripheral. You know where this is going, right? So I look over, and it's a big-ass roach. I mean, these Georgia roaches were like this long, right? 3-4 inches long and like this wide. You know what I'm saying? It was this long and this wide. You know what I'm saying? That long, this wide. I mean, the roach was so big, it looked like it had other roaches inside of it, man. The roach had calf muscles. It was so big, y'all. The roach had back and calf muscles. This roach was so big. For it to be that big and for me to be looking at my wall and I see it out of the corner of my eye on the floor, that lets you know how big it is. The roach was so big, I could feel its presence in my room, right? I could feel its presence in my room, dog. Like, no bullshit, bro. This is a big roach. And so, like, when a roach is in your space, y'all, I don't know what it is, but it makes you feel violated, right? You feel violated. Like, the audacity of this motherfucker to be in my room. Yo, so I'm like, I see it, right? And you know, when you see roaches, you gotta be careful because the roaches can see too. Like it's like they can feel you. When you make sudden movements, the roach makes sudden movements and they get the hell out, right? So I wanted to murk his ass for being so disrespectful, for crawling on my floor, right? Just walking through my room, not scurrying. He was just walking, just like just walking with no cares in the world. So I seen his ass, right? So I slowly reached for my shoe, for my house shoe, like it was a strap, like it was a gun, like I was about to, like this was Boys in the Hood or something. You dig? I seen him. I was like, yeah, give me the strap. Yeah, and it was like slow motion too. I seen him, and for those of y'all don't know, I played baseball all the way up until my freshman year of college, right? I was a good baseball player in high school, middle school, high school, and in my first year of college. So I seen him, right? So I cocked my arm back. I sat up in the, I'm laying down, right? when I see him, I sit up to get momentum, to get my momentum going forward to throw the shoe at the roach, right? So I'm laying down. I spot him. I said, oh, I got your ass. I lean up. I take my shoe off. And it was like slow motion. I was like, whoo. I mean, arm came through, snap, just whoop, right? Flick my wrist at the end of the throw, because you know that baseball, that's that baseball in me. I flick my wrist, and the shoe was just perfectly, it was a perfect house shoe. So it was just going just like boop, 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 like slow motion, right? And I threw it, and I was just like, and my follow through was mean. Had a good follow through on that joker, and the shoe was just flying, boop, boop, boop. And I'm telling y'all, it hit the roach dead center. Boom, right? The house shook. That's how hard I threw the shoe, y'all. The house shook. I threw that. I spiked the shoe on the roach. I spiked the shoe. That's basically how it was, a tomahawk. I spiked the shoe on the roach. Boom, boom, right? The shoe hit the roach. Boom. The roach flew up off the ground, maybe 18 inches, right? It was just boom. The shoe fly up. The roach fly up, right? The roach land on his back, right? Roach land on his back, right? And I'm like, slow motion, I'm like, motherfucker. Like I done just killed a lion with my bare hands, because the roach is as big as a goddamn pit bull, right? So I'm thinking, I was like, good. I'm about to go to the kitchen. I'm gonna grab the dustpan, and I'm gonna sweep the roach up, and I'm gonna drop his ass in the toilet, right? Tell me why. I go to the bathroom. True story. I go to the bathroom. I grab the dustpan out the bathroom. As I'm walking back to my room, I go to the room. The roach is fucking gone. I don't know where the fuck the roach went. The roach was just gone. It's like I'm looking around. I said, where does ass go? I turn around, y'all. No, my hand before God. The roach is limping into my roommate's room across the hall. He's like walking over this thick carpet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he looked back and saw me. He's like, oh shit, here come again. And he ducked under the door into my roommate's room, and he disappeared, right? So I knock on my roommate's room and like, hey, Ben, yo, motherfucking roach just crawled in your room. Yo, my roommate at the time, his name was Ben Armstrong. I'll never forget him, y'all. Ben Armstrong from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, y'all. This dude looked like if Oscar the Grouch was a person, it'd be him. Like, he had these long, nasty, matted locks. Not like mine, not cute and maintained, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not, his didn't have, length and just shine and beauty to him. It was just like, his head just like a wet mop that you find in like an old warehouse building. That's how it just musky, skanky, dirty, right? I said, Ben, a roach just crawled in your room, bro. He's like, huh? Oh, okay. All right, thanks, man. Like, that's it? Like, you ain't, he's just like, oh, yeah. Like, it's like the roach knew to go to Ben's room because he'd be safe in there, right? So I was like, all right, man, well, let me fix me something to eat, right? I'm killing that roach, trying to murk roaches, work up an appetite, right? So I was down, this is the part where I'm down to my last bag of rice, right? I got some rice and some butter. That's it. Cool. So I get ready to fix my little rice, right? Fixing my rice in the kitchen, right? Now the kitchen, it's the kitchen, the living room, No, the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, right? But you can see it. You can stand in the back of the kitchen and see straight to the front door of the house. Like, it was a small house. So it was like section off kitchen, dining room, living room. Okay. So I got the rice going on the stove. I go and watch TV. I walk out of the kitchen into the dining room, into the living room, because there's a football game on. So I want to see what's going on with the football game. All of a sudden, I hear something moving on the stove. Like, the stove is like, but I don't have like the top on the rice. It's just the rice, the pan of rice. I'm like, there's no pot on my rice. So what's this clanging I'm hearing, right? I turn around, y'all. There's a mouse in my pan eating my rice. A gray mouse I can see him. He's got his pine paws up on the mountain of fluffy white rice. My last rice, by the way, my last bit of food in the house. Man, I don't get paid for another 48 hours, right? This is my last food. And he is munching down on my rice. It was like, hey, get the out of, you know what I'm saying? I started running towards the pan, right? And the mouse felt the vibration, I'm guessing, and it looked back and it hopped out of the pan onto the stove and dipped back behind the stove, right? I was so mad, y'all. I wish I could have caught the mouse, because I could have eaten the mouse, which ate my rice, because now I have no food, right? I have no, and so I was looking at the pan. I was like, all right, okay, look like he just ate on this part. So maybe if I eat this back half, I can throw away. But I was like, nah, I just got to throw the whole pan away. You know what I'm saying? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? It's been contaminated at this point. And it was so perfect. It was the perfect it was the perfect pan of rice. It was fluffy, white, buttery. It was going to be so good. And I had to throw it away. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I cried, man. I just slid with my back against the wall, and I just started crying, man. I'm like, this shouldn't be this hard, man. This should not be this hard. I should not be having to struggle to eat and to live. I got roaches in my room, rats eating my rice, no food, barely in school, no money, you know what I'm saying? So I end up having to go to the liquor store. Had to go to the liquor store, man, and purchase them packages of cookies. You get a package for $1 or $2. So I end up eating 2 packages of cookies for dinner that night, man. And I want to say that week I ended up joining the military to pay to get my way through school, because I was like, man, this ain't gonna cut it, bro. I gotta do something different. I gotta do something, because I'm part-time, I got no money, I'm always broke, I'm hungry, fighting rats and roaches, and this is just crazy. But yeah, man, so that's my second story, my second boarding house story about my fight with a roach and the rat that ate my rice while I was at the Atlanta University complex. Comment below, let me know what y'all think or whatever. Maybe y'all had a similar situation with campus housing like I did, man. But you did definitely tried me those first couple of years, man. Make sure y'all follow me, man, at Reggie Comedy. If you follow me on Instagram, it's at Reggie Comedy. If you follow me on Facebook, it's at Reggie Comedy. If you follow me to my car, it is still Reggie Comedy, man. Peace out. Peace up. A-Town down. Find a way to make one. Clark Atlanta University. Yeah.